In India, we find stigma associated with senior living. That senior living is a space where there is a lot of pain, a lot of misery. People who are abandoned in senior living. You have seen models in India. You have seen senior living communities and assisted living communities abroad. So, what differences you see between the facilities in India, facilities abroad?
I completely agree with you that there is a huge stigma related to old age homes or elder care or even assisted living facilities. A lot of times, there are cases I've seen in which an elderly couple is sent to such a facility and then they look at the other elderly people in the facility participating in activities like games. They have annual functions, they have movies and other cognitive stimulation activities as well, and they get motivated to do so much more, spread the message across that aging should be empowering and not limiting.
Me, especially coming from a health and wellness background, was really intrigued by your tagline. So that's a new chapter of wellness and harmony. So how does that fit into assisted living and senior living space, and how are you planning to use this tagline or this approach or this philosophy to fine tune, senior care and senior living spacing?
A new chapter of wellness and harmony. That means everything to me.
Welcome to a new episode of our podcast in which we explore the ideas that are shaping the future of senior living and senior care in India. Hi, my name is Dr. Muralidhara from Jeevin Senior Care. With me today is a young entrepreneur who is completely immersed in senior living and senior care, who is set to redefine senior living and senior care in India. Welcome Niharika, who is co-founder of Avana Senior Care. Welcome Niharika.
Thank you so much, Dr. Murali, for welcoming me on this podcast. And I'm really excited to be talking about elder care and our new upcoming venture in elder care, Avana Senior Care.
So once again, thanks Niharika for joining us today. Before we venture into details of today's topic, I would like to ask you about the journey. Why did you choose senior living as, you would have done business and entrepreneurship in various other fields also, but you chose senior living as your destiny, probably I would say. What is the story behind that one? Why this idea struck to you, and why is this journey in senior living?
Avana Senior Care is a deeply personal venture for me.
Mhm.
My father, Mr. Sameer Nagrani, he is into construction. He has been building infrastructure that's not only functional but also long lasting. And he also takes very good care of us as a family. And it's very difficult for him in his business to manage work life balance, but he does that so well. My mother, she was a software engineer. She was the only child of her parents. My maternal grandparents were both diabetic, and she took care of them with utmost love and dignity. And even though she tried to give them her best, it was very exhausting at the same time, and I could see it growing up. The way she balanced her work life balance, her family, and their care as well. Eventually, my mother got detected with cancer, and that changed everything for us. My father became her primary caregiver, and he also did it with so much love and dedication alongside his business. Besides that, I was always keen to serve people. I love to talk to people. So I did my healthcare administration in New York from Mount Sinai Hospital, which is one of the best hospitals in the US. There, I studied elder care models and I saw a different reality there. A lot of elderly people there are very self aware, and they realized at an early start of their aging that they need support or they will need support. So they voluntarily choose such elder care communities where they are actively engaged in life, and they're also very well taken care of. So that is something that I wanted to bring to India, and I'm trying to do that by creating Avana right now. We are trying to create a space where residents not only come and reside with us, but they also thrive.
That's really a powerful story to begin with, to enter into senior living space. Niharika, often in India we find stigma associated with the senior living. That senior living is a space where there is a lot of pain, lot of misery. People who are abandoned live in senior living spaces, and then also they also associate this place with the place where people have nothing to do. They only stare at rooftops. So this is the perception which people have. You have seen models in India, you have seen senior living communities and assisted living communities abroad. So, what differences you see between the facilities in India, facilities abroad, and how are you planning to refine that space in India so that this place, as you mentioned, so can be a very thriving place?
I completely agree with you that there is a huge stigma related to old age homes or elder care or even assisted living facilities for that matter. And everybody in India has a traditional mindset. I mean, it's changing now, but a lot of people do carry that mindset that uh, their elderly parents should live with them. But it's not very practical, and I believe that caregiving at home is not very sustainable. um, all children want to give the best care to their parents, but they have their own lives at the same time. They have their own kids, they have their careers. So it's not ideal to keep their parents at home. This mindset needs to change, and it is changing rightly. We have a lot of elder care communities that are coming up, which is not only a place for care, medical care, but it is also a place where seniors live with utmost dignity. They retain their independence while having the right support. And a lot of times there are cases I've seen in which an elderly couple is sent to such a facility, and then they look at the other elderly people in the facility participating in activities like different games. They have annual functions, they have movies and other cognitive stimulation activities as well, and they get motivated to do so much more. uh, they also form real friendships. So, this is what is happening abroad, and a lot of communities coming up in India also are doing the same thing, and all of them are doing wonderful job in
Right.
this. So, this is something that we want to bring in Avana. We are trying to create spaces that are more empowering, and we want to spread the message across that aging should be empowering and not limiting, through activities, through wellness programs, and at the same time providing the support that is required with that comes with age. And um, a distinct difference that I found in India and abroad, other than the mindset, is that people in the US or UK or anywhere abroad are more aware that they have certain set of problems that come with aging, and they just voluntarily join such facilities. They realize how important it is, and because they know that they want to be independent and not be a burden on their kids or on their loved ones. So I think that mindset is slowly kicking in India as well.
Fantastic, fantastic. That's a really refreshing approach you are taking. So, I mean, me, especially coming from a health and wellness background, was I'm really intrigued by your tagline. So that's a new chapter of wellness and harmony. So how does that fit into assisted living and senior living space, and how are you planning to use this tagline or this approach or this philosophy to fine tune, senior care and senior living space in India?
That's a very good question. This tagline, actually, I thought about the tagline, and after many trial and errors and talking to a lot of people, taking their feedback, I think this fit very well with my vision for Avana. A tagline, a new chapter of wellness and harmony. That means everything to me. First of all, a lot of people believe that sending their parents or going to an assisted living facility or a senior living community means that a chapter in their life is closing. But I believe that it is a new chapter. It's an opportunity to, have a better life, uh, rediscover themselves, form new friendships, become more active than they are usually at home. Because we have so many activities that we do. We have music, we have dance, we have other cognitive stimulation activities that our psychologist plans according to the profile of our residents. So many times I've seen that when an elderly person comes to such a facility, they develop hobbies that they did not even have during their lifetime. So it's definitely a new chapter for them, and this is what we're doing at Avana. We're creating spaces where we empower them to
Right.
do more and to live a better life, so that they have a more valuable golden years of their life rather than just being cared for.
That's incredible. Probably this is, I mean, you are giving a space where they can do things which they were not doing in their busy lifestyle. So once they move into this facility, they have more opportunity to explore themselves and find ways to engage meaningfully. So that's really incredible. Niharika, one dilemma or one challenge probably every family where seniors may require assisted living space or senior living space may be facing is, how to make that decision, when to make that decision. And, often families are challenged with this thought, what would my neighbors say, what would my relatives would say, am I doing the right thing? So there would be a lot of questions in the minds of the family members and the nearest ones. So what words you have for them, what advice you have for them, and how can they make a easy decision?
First of all, this is a very genuine question. There's a lot of hesitation when it comes to assisted living facilities or senior living communities for that matter, because I spoke about the traditional mindset that a lot of people have. It
Right.
means that, if they're sending their family or a loved one or their parents to such a facility, it means abandonment,
Right.
which is not true. At the same time, I understand where that hesitation comes from. It comes from a fear of the unknown. They're not sure whether their parent or their loved one will be happy, or whether or not they'll feel homesick, or whether or not they'll be taken care of in a proper way. So that hesitation is completely understandable. But such communities are a need for those who are actively seeking to age with a lot of engagement, with independence, with joy and dignity. So there's no such right time per se to send one's parents to such facilities. I think anybody above the age of 55, they may be looking for companionship, they may be looking for medical support, they may be looking for a new start in their life, lead a more engaging life. So anything could be the reason. So there's no particular time as such, but such facilities are definitely really good for not only mental but also physical health. Seeing other seniors, those who have disabilities, also improve in such facilities, because they're looking at other seniors doing things that they thought that they would never do. So, anybody who has this fear or has this hesitation of sending their loved ones to such facilities, I would strongly encourage them to visit our facility and to see how happy our seniors are, to see how happy and fulfilling their lives are. They are busy from day to night. We start with their tea, coffee, breakfast. We have an aarti in the morning. We have lunch. Then we have a game room in our facility wherein a lot of them play carom, chess, cards, or whatever they like. Sometimes they have a hobby and they really want to do something, they suggest to us and we try to make it available for them. I really encourage such people to come and visit our facilities so they understand what elder care and senior living communities are about. And coming to what people say, like a lot of people will say that, oh, they abandoned their parent or their loved one. There's a song in Hindi. It's called "Kuch to log kahenge, logo ka kaam hai kehna." So that is quite applicable here, and I think when people see what is happening in our facility, they'll understand that these are places where elderly people are not just cared for; they are engaged actively in life, and they feel more independent, even if they have certain limitations with respect to mobility or cognitive health.
I enjoyed what you said. In fact, I would like to add to that. Probably we have no guilt feeling, or we take pride in sending our kids to a child grooming facility. I believe senior care is very similar. I mean, children should start taking pride in sending or in giving this opportunity to their parents,
Yes.
where the quality of life can be better and the engagement can be better for their parents. So it's a gift they can give to their parents.
Correct.
Lastly, Niharika, I would like to ask this question to you. What are future plans for Avana? And also, from a broader perspective, how do you see the senior living and senior care progressing in India?
Senior care and senior living and elder care, there are many names for it. This industry is at a turning point right now in India. Currently, India has only 7% of elderly population. We are still a young country and we are moving towards an aging country. By 2050, it is expected that there will be about 20% of senior population in India, and that's a huge number considering our population right now. So 7% to 20% is a huge move. So definitely great demand. Plus, there is a shift from joint family to nuclear family system. A lot of people are more open-minded and accepting about such facilities, and they are realizing the benefits for their loved ones when they put them in such facilities. So definitely huge demand in senior care. Um, when it comes to Avana, we, we we just started, but it's a long way to go for us. We plan to expand. We plan to improve our operations, and we want senior living to become more aspirational. Uh, I want it to be a desirable choice for seniors and not just a place to go when they feel that we need help and we need to be cared for. So that's what I think we're looking at in the future.
Niharika, often people who don't know about senior living and senior care have this question. What is the difference between active senior living, assisted living? So, how do you define active senior living space and assisted living space? And what are the key requirements or key ingredients of a formula, I would say? So, if we talk about assisted living, what are the key requirements or ingredients of a assisted living center?
So there's not a lot of difference between active senior living and assisted living.
Okay.
Just that in active senior living, uh, it's for seniors who are more cognitively fit, physically fit, and for those who do not require any assistance per se, medically or otherwise. Um, in terms of assisted living, we need the seniors to be assisted with their daily activities, like bathing, dressing, Even
toileting and maybe medication management.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So the environment for this needs to be proper. We need to have proper staff, that is nursing staff,
Yeah,
well
so they
trained.
need to be trained, right? Yeah.
Yes, they
That's
have
true.
to be well trained.
Yeah.
Their caregivers should be there,
Hmm.
and not just caregivers who are freshers. Probably they need to be given some training
Hmm.
as to sensitivities that come
Right.
with
Right.
elder care.
Right.
They should know how to talk to the elderly person.
Hmm.
They should know how to pick a person up when he has fallen.
Hmm.
They should also try to make them feel at home.
Hmm.
So this is much required
Hmm.
in assisted living facility.
Okay.
Also, engagement programs are of utmost importance,
Hmm.
since there's a huge chance that a person requiring assistance
Hmm.
might be clinically depressed
Hmm.
because of the challenges that he or she is going through. There's a loss of independence. There's
Hmm.
sometimes a loss of dignity as well,
Hmm.
which comes with the health condition that they are in.
Hmm.
So there can be a psychologist who plans cognitive stimulation activities for them
Hmm.
that helps them to be more engaged and gives them a more fulfilling life.
Hmm.
So such facilities shouldn't be just focusing on health care or medical care.
Hmm.
They have to
Because
focus.
it's their home, in fact, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they have to focus on making the environment homely.
Right.
At the same time, the care should be really thought about,
Hmm.
and the activities that are conducted should be engaging.
Right.
For example, I'll just a person with dementia,
Hmm.
they get confused, they get agitated at
Hmm.
home,
Hmm.
probably because they don't follow a fixed schedule.
Hmm.
But when they come to such facilities,
Hmm.
they have a very disciplined schedule planned for them.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that helps them also,
Hmm.
because they know that at this time I have to do this
Hmm.
thing.
Hmm.
At this time I need to go down for my lunch,
Hmm.
or at this time I need to go down for an activity.
Hmm.
So they are used to that schedule.
Hmm.
It also prevents sundowning.
Yeah.
It also helps them to have more structured lives.
Right. Probably they will feel more valued, and the sleep also improves. The
Correct.
behavior also improves. The
Correct.
challenges come down. Yeah, that's very interesting to know. So we wish you all the best for your journey with senior living and senior
Thank you.
care
Thank you
space.
so much.
And uh, I mean, this story is really inspirational. I wish more young entrepreneurs should come into this field, because this field needs more people. Because as you mentioned in the demographic figures, the number of seniors is going to explode in India. So that requires a lot of effort, energy, and dedication for senior care in India.
Yes.
That brings a curtains to today's episode. And if you are interested to know more about Avana Care, the details are given below. You can stay tuned with us for more such episodes on senior living, senior care, and ideas that are essential for the future of senior living and senior care in India. Thank you so much.